Hey y'all, my name's Erin O'Neill and I'm a current recruitment manager at Teacher America, coming to you tonight from Boston, Massachusetts. I did the core in 2014 in Metro Atlanta, so taught high school Spanish for 2 years right outside of the city. And I'm coming to you tonight with my colleague at my placement school, who was also a core member at the time, Valerie Coimbra, and our former student, Teresa. So I currently work on staff, like I just said, as a recruitment manager with Teacher America. And next year, I'm going to Georgetown Law to focus on education and immigration law. So I'll pass it to Valerie to introduce herself.
My name is Valerie Coimbra. I was a 2013 core member in Metro Atlanta. Prior to that, I graduated from Vanderbilt, and the month that I graduated from Vandy, I moved to Metro Atlanta. I've been at my placement school for 4 years now. So in addition to teaching high school Spanish, I coach soccer, I coach cheerleading, I run 2 clubs, and I did the website, and Teresa has been involved in the vast majority of those activities. So, Teresa.
Alrighty, hi you guys, my name is Teresa Campos. I am currently a student at Morrow High and Clayton State University over in Georgia. Next year we'll be attending Brandeis University in the fall. And then apart from that, I am involved, like Ms. Coimbra said, in soccer, swimming, and about 7 clubs, just some of them, Guetta Latino Student Union, Latino Leaders, etc. Currently, I have a GPA of 4.0, and I am ranked 13th in my class. Well, recently I just got named captain of the soccer team along with 4 of the girls. I was also captain of my swim team for the last 2 years. Apart from that, I've been president of Latino Student Union for 3 years, president of DECA, which is a marketing and entrepreneurship club, for 2 years, and then I'm currently secretary of the Technology Student Association.
So, what is your relationship like with your Teach for America teachers?
I met Ms. Coimbra and Ms. O'Neill. Well, I met Ms. Coimbra first. I met her my freshman year. She was obviously the sponsor of Latino Student Union, which I joined my freshman year. And then I believe my sophomore year, I became her intern. And that is when I also met Ms. O'Neill. And I kind of just got to know them through those programs. We also started Latino Leaders, which Ms. O'Neill and Ms. Coimbra sponsored. And then Ms. O'Neill co-sponsored Latino Student Union, so we kind of just met through there, and then I kind of just spent a lot of my time with them.
What was it like working with us in the classroom and after school?
It has a lot of different aspects to it. So in regards to in the actual classroom with Ms. Coimbra, I took Spanish, and I am fluent in Spanish. However, I took it because I don't know the logistics of it, spelling and all that good stuff. It was a change of pace because a lot of our teachers aren't as committed as she was. She was very committed to her students. She definitely took the time opposed to other teachers. And I think for the most part, when you think about taking Spanish as a fluent student, you're like, wow, that is going to be an easy A. It's going to be just quick. But I think I definitely actually learned something from her, which was very different from my Spanish teacher my freshman year. And, she made you work for your grade. But opposed to that, she just cared a lot more than a lot of other teachers. In regards to my after-school activities and whatnot, I think it definitely made them a lot funner. And along with that, I think if it wasn't for them, I kind of wouldn't be in the situation where I am now, with how much experience I have in my leadership roles, and just learning how to kind of handle everything that I have. They've been a big role in that.
Cool. And I mean, Ms. Coimbra founded the Latino Student Union your first year at Morrow. What do you think your high school experience would have been like if she did not do that?
Oh, completely different. Yeah, I think along with the internship, I think that was something that brought us really close together. So I don't think I would have talked to her as much. And I think just the club in general has helped me a lot because, I've learned a lot through it, just in regards to the Latino community, but also in, like I said, leadership roles. It's tough handling a whole club, and just to have, sponsors as great as you guys were, definitely helped. And just seeing the impact that it put into the school, it was definitely great.
So what sparked your interest in your chosen major for next year at Brandeis?
Well, see, currently I'm in between choosing my major. I had decided originally political science, and I kind of went away from that. I'm currently balancing between, anything in the sense of business, maybe marketing or international relations. So I'm kind of just all in between with that. I think definitely just anything in regards to business and communicating and talking to people, just because I feel like I'm a very extrovert person. So I love talking to people and, getting the word out there and just things of that sort. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
So what got you interested in Brandeis in the first place?
The scholarship I got was through the Posse Foundation, which provides a 4-year full tuition scholarship to 10 students for 6 different schools. So on that list, I ended up choosing Brandeis as my top choice. At that point, I was a semifinalist, so I just kind of, was like, can you take me? Because what if I get in and I just don't know where I'm going? So we went up there and did a whole tour. And I think something that definitely attracted me at the beginning or right away was the really friendly environment. I think that when you think about college campuses, you think about all these grown kids just off in their own world, which is very scary for somebody coming from high school. But it was definitely such a welcoming environment, and it was so friendly, which is something really big for me just because I'm a very family-oriented person. And so, that's a big part of me. Even with my friends, I'm very, close to them, and, I just love. And having to be away from that was very frightening, but going to their campus and seeing how nice everybody was definitely something that was a big deciding factor for me. Apart from that, just the wide variety of things that they offer, not even from just majors, but just clubs that they have. Like I said, I love to be involved in, extracurricular activities, and just to see that they have those opportunities there as well was very delighting.
How have you been preparing for next year? What kinds of things are you doing with Posse or on your own to feel more prepared for Brandeis?
Definitely one of the first things that I was doing, not even just necessarily for Brandeis, but just in general for the college, transition, is dual enrollment. I think definitely coming from a school that I come from, it's very hard, that change of pace in between, the curriculums, and just making sure that I'm prepared enough. So definitely doing dual enrollment has helped a lot, just in the sense of, having the basic knowledge that you're supposed to have going into college. Apart from that, Posse Foundation actually has regular weekly PCT meetings, pre-collegiate training sessions, that are just definitely very helpful, and we cover a wide variety of topics that are meant to prepare you for college, which is such a great thing coming from that scholarship.
So do you think that training is helping with some of the more social and emotional components of preparation?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It not necessarily just focuses on, how are you going to study, how are you going to, get your grades up, but more so of how you're going to fit in. Something that they focus on is, their motto, or what they are made of is, I would have dropped out without my posse. So it's kind of building this team of, prepared leaders, just to not only handle, the academic struggle of it, but also the social component of it.
Cool. So speaking of the social component of it, what do you think your relationship will be like with me and Miss Coimbra after you're not in high school anymore and you go to college?
I think definitely it's going to stay the same. I think right now we just, we've definitely developed a more closer relationship than most students have with their teachers. And I think that's something that I definitely want to continue, because not only are they my teachers, but more so my mentors. And even though they don't like to admit it, they're very close friends of mine. So I definitely want to continue that, just because I feel like it's such a great support system, and, it's not something that you want to lose.
Why do you think that more people like Miss O'Neill and I should become teachers?
I think definitely when you think about a teacher, you think about a more older person, and you think about people that you can exactly relate to, opposed to, teachers such as your age. I think it definitely makes it a lot easier to talk about, more delicate situations and topics with you guys, rather than somebody who's had more just time on their plate, I guess.
Yeah.
It makes it easy to learn from somebody who, is kind of not necessarily the same age as you, but very close to it, and that the things that you're going through at the current moment more recently, opposed to people that, we think about oh my goodness, they have never experienced this, they're so, behind us. So I think it makes it just a lot easier for students to relate and to listen to people in regards to that.
She ran away in her sleep.